Your last day? Again, as Deborah just said, for me it was 5 in the morning, and been there all day, and you know, you guys are as much part of this as we are in a way, because you invest in it when you're watching it from the very beginning, and what you don't see is the same camera operator, the same focus pullers, the same costume guys, the same sound guys. All of those people have been with us since the very beginning. And I said this morning, it's kind of like almost like you're doing 7 years is like doing a doctorate in vampirism, you know? and it's all with the same people. And that is just extraordinary to be able to spend that much time and get to know people and love them as we do. And so for me, that last moment was being hit by saying goodbye to all of those guys. Because I knew I was going to see everyone here, but saying goodbye to that lot was really tough. And they wheeled out a big cake with my... do you remember that bottle that had missing Bill Compton from years and years ago, one of the posters?
I think it was when you proposed and then got kidnapped.
There you go, when I got kidnapped. And there was just this giant cake, and it was lovely.
On the TV show, not in real life.
Anyway, it was amazing, and just, you know, just so grateful to have worked with so many extraordinary people, and this is the last time we'll all be together in this, guys, and so we're still mourning the end of that.
Yeah. What about you, Miss Paquin?
Well, my last day was, the last real day of shooting properly. I think I had some visual effects shots to pick up the next day, and we were out like an hour and a half outside of LA. So the second that we wrapped, everyone had to, you know, pack their shit up and get out of there as fast as possible, basically, because we're not on any of our main locations.
Right.
And through some, I don't know, complete. I know it wasn't personal, but there was no power when I got back to my trailer, so I couldn't find my stuff. So I was getting dressed.
Wow. They're just like, they flipped out the lights. They're like, Packer's done, bye.
No, but you understand, like, the second they call wrap, and you're, like, really in the middle of, like, those movies who drive work, like, 24 days. Like, they get on it immediately, so they're switching generators over or something, but the upshot was the exact moment I put into my trailer. It's like, oh, we really are tired.
Yeah, it's over. No power left.
I can't even find my clothes.
Yeah.
It's a problem again, the rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's a problem you have a lot, True Love. That's, I just walked out of the kitchen naked. I don't know what's happening. Nathan, you joined the show this year. What's this been like? I mean, you know...
It's been an incredible year. You know, I don't have the same history, the same careers that all these guys have, but day one, I felt right at home. Everyone was really great welcoming me in, and I was just thrilled to be a part of this show. You know, as brief as my time was on it, it was so much fun, and you know, I couldn't ask to work with a better group of people. This cast and crew were incredible, top notch. Yeah.
Yeah, we know. Really? Like, really exciting to have him come on. It was such a nice.
Nathan and I went to school together too.
I'm glad they put Deborah between you guys.
Like I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I love a sandwich.
Brian, what was the decision though? Was James always, I was calling him earlier, I was calling him the bisexual vampire. He's bisexual. He sounds southern, bisexual. When did you guys make the decision early on? I mean, was it last season you decided to make him, or did you know that he would become a love interest for Paquin?
No, I mean, we were sort of flying by the seat of our pants with the, you know, band camp and everything like that, and we knew that we needed to sort of reinvigorate the show with some more health complications.
Yeah.
We hit on that one pretty early on in our pre-production this year. And I think it's messy and awesome, and you know, it's not done changing, it's not done evolving it. So it's a really sort of fun, soapy way to take us out of the series. So.
Anna Cam, there's too many Annas on this panel. Anna Cam, what do you think about Sarah? I mean, I thought we had seen the last of Sarah, last season, but now she's back and Buddhist and, rocking the brown hair.
Totally rocking the brown hair.
Yeah, were you excited to come back?
I was very excited to come back. As I was saying earlier, like last season, reading the script when Jason had the gun under my throat, I thought my head was going to get blown off. And I thought I kind of deserved it, to be honest. But no, I'm very happy to be back. I had no clue that I was going to come back, and I hope people, I think I get what I deserve.
Oh, interesting.
We'll see.
I had to explain it to her boyfriend when he saw the punishment on set.
Oh,
like,
no.
she deserves this. You need to
Yeah.
Not me just being mean to her.
It was not happening.
Wow, okay, so that sounds pretty brutal. Brian, maybe this is too geeky, but we are at Comic-Con, so I thought the scene that when Sarah is running through the Republican fundraiser, the scene when Alex stops her, was that a direct homage to Terminator 2? Because it reminded me a lot of Terminator 2.
It was not a direct homage to Terminator 2, unless you ask the director, who may or may not have seen Terminator 2 and forgot that he was doing something he'd seen. I'm not sure, but no, not a direct homage.
I didn't know. Did anyone else feel this? I felt that. Alone. Kristin, so you apparently, I was reading Ted Cruz is not happy with you all. Apparently.
I know, it's great.
Based on that. I mean, and Sarah Palin too, right?
I know, why not?
Yeah. I mean,
She'll weigh in on anything. I don't
exactly.
know.
Yay, Kristin!
And I feel like you guys don't run the same circles, so I feel like maybe you won't run into her. But
Yeah, being an animal rights person, when I first knew of her, she was just a wolf killer lady from Alaska. Yeah. So it's pretty sweet, many, many years later, that I've made her angry. Apparently. I didn't just roll over. And I did have fun doing it.
Sam, what can you say about Sam and Nicole? Because in this last episode, Sam and Nicole seem kind of on the rocks. It does not seem like she's enjoying Bon Ton, which is a little cray in that town. What's going to happen with that? Can you tease anything?
Well, Sam's kind of story has always has been about family for the last few years. And, I can't say too much, but she's really sort of a very objective outside, view on this town and like how insane it is. I actually haven't seen that episode, I've seen the first 4. We'll see how committed I am to her and how committed she is to staying or whatever. I can't say too much.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Chris, are you surprised by Andy's evolution? Because he's sort of, it's really quite the transformation, I'd say, from, just the sheriff, sort of the cranky sheriff into like a family man, kind of.
Yeah, that's really weird because I was just sitting here thinking, I hope he asks me if I'm surprised about Andy's evolution.
Sorry.
We had a connection before this started, so I'm not surprised.
I know, we chatted.
It's the most gratifying, besides everything you guys have already all heard and the experience of working with these people, the most gratifying thing, kind of slowly, sort of like water over a stone, working on a character, to look back over your shoulder and see how much this character has grown. Basically, he's become as lovable as I am in real life. But wasn't at the beginning. And, I get that, I don't do that on my own. That comes from writers.
Yeah. What was it like? I'll ask you this question then. Do you have other moments where it's such a wild show. Witnessing like the multiple fairy birds must be one of those moments where you're like, this is kind of a fun job. This is like a pretty, this is not like a typical, I'm not an accountant or anything. It's a pretty goofy job.
Yeah, it's a pretty great job.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that every day because because, like I always say, you know, like I've never had to lift anything heavy one day at work. And then you throw on things like that, watching, you know, babies be born on a pool table. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.